What's super good? We back with the boxing thing and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella, and we speaking on the topic that Dante Boxing Nation spoke on. Shout out to Dante one time for the one time. If Gennady Golovkin loses to Canelo in the rematch, will he use the PED as an excuse? And the answer is most definitely yes. Canelo Alvarez is about to enter a lose-lose situation, man. You know, once you do shit like he did, and I believe he knew what the fuck he was doing with that clincher ball crap. I heard Victor Conte, former powerful PED supplier, and founder of a snack. You'll see SNAC on people, trunks or shirts, whatever. It's like a program. He's one like exercise program, whatever. I wouldn't fuck with a former PED, supplier. Why would people even fuck with him? He's trying to do right now, but fuck that. But said that clincher ball was very, very powerful performance enhancing drug, and like I said earlier, it's not a fucking shock or coincidence that Canelo, faded versus Triple G and needed an extra boost and extra stamina versus Triple G, and all of a sudden he get popped for a drug that does that, exclusively push more blood and more oxygen flow in your muscle and in your body. On a eve of him facing Triple G in a rematch. It's no coincidence, and like I said, man, Golden Boy is so fraudulent, man. This ain't been the first time with talks of them fixing fights and doing other BS, man. This is not new, really not. And Golovkin earned the right to do that. I mean, when Canelo Alvarez violated his PED, and now WBC, our doctor says that is on line with meat contamination, and nobody's believing them, bro. Really, nobody's believing that. Your doctor saying that to cover Canelo Alvarez's ass, no. And I find it funny that he did the vital drug testing for 12 straight fights, whatever it may be, and he get popped when he finally come back to the WBC. Is this the WBC, getting back at Canelo? I heard somebody ask me to do a video on that. I don't think that is what it is. I think it was a simple fact. This dude knew he needed a boost to beat Golovkin and edge him out. So he tried to cut the corner. He tried to cycle off of it. How you cycle off of it, is in line of the drug treatment that drug testing he's been getting to see if he clean. So like I said, I don't believe the WBC doctors or nobody else doctor or whatever, especially your own doctor. Give me an outsourced doctor that has nothing to do with boxing or the situation or the WBC or the WBA or even in Nevada. Give me somebody's opinion, fucking Seattle or Portland or fucking, Manhattan or somebody in fucking, West Virginia, Montana, Wyoming. Give me somebody's opinion that's outside that bubble, that's outside that loop. And, they want their own doctor. I mean, that doesn't mean shit to me. But yes, in fact, Gennady Golovkin will use this as an excuse if he loses to Canelo Alvarez. This will be a segue into a third rubber match. We know Oscar's been pushing them for a third fight. Like I said, after all the corrupt shit that I've been hearing about Golden Boy, all the racist shit they've been saying, and all the stories I've heard about them fixing fights and doing stuff of that nature, I mean, this fight just totally turns me off. Especially when Eric Gomez knows the scorecards and tell Abel Sanchez's draw before it's officially announced. That shit was just so fishy. I don't care. Oh, most promoters know. I don't care. It was fishy as fuck. Very, very fishy. I'm not fucking with this fight. I'm not paying to see shit else Golden Boy. They can shove that shit up their ass from now on. And I mean shit. Fuck him. Fuck Golovkin. I mean, he could be in on this shit too. Really, he could be in on this shit too, in my opinion. And it's just a big fishy situation. This shit smell like catfish, salmon, prong, or whatever fucking seafood you want to say it. It sounds like some bullshit. It smells like some bullshit. It feels like some bullshit, and I'm not surprised at all, at all. Anything that comes out later in a later date, I got to book to write about this situation and this and that. I ain't trying to hear it, I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. This shit is a setup. The first fight was a setup, in my opinion, to get to a second fight. And now they get to a second fight. They trying to push a third fight already. Even before this shit happened, they was talking about a third fight. Oh, the loser is going to want a rematch, and we got to do it again. Like, all this shit seems fishy. You wouldn't be surprised if Golovkin was on it in on this either. But the answer to the question, yes. Yes, this guy will use this as an excuse. He will use this clinch ball as an excuse for why Canelo beat him. Oh, he cheated. And that's the way Team Golovkin is cut, man. You know, and if you give them any light of an excuse or any light to wiggle around or do something with, they gonna take it. They already crying and shit now. Even though this dude testing clean and he, you know, his test has come back negative, they still crying saying he should be banned and suspended. I agree with that. So you take a team that have more contradictions than a man going to jail, or anybody else in the sports world in real life. They have more contradictions and more exaggerated stories and more fabricated shit than any other camp I've ever seen in boxing life. So, you know, when Canelo failed this test, they want to go on with the fight because they want to get the money. You know, if this fight didn't bring no money, they'll pull out this fight. But it's the only payday that they can get, you know, period, around this weight class. And they took it, but they going to use this as an excuse if Canelo loses, man. I mean, Canelo beats Triple G. This is going to be the first thing you hear come out there. Oh, he cheated. You know, Big Drama Show is clean. Big Drama Show is clean. They cheated. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy TBC. We gone.